Hey guys, it's Mr. Calderon with Queen My Pawn, and today I want to talk about this one thing that you must do in your chess games in order to guarantee a win. That's right, you do this one thing, and if you don't fall for a trap, which means you make sure to look out for tactics, and your technique in endgames is good, meaning you don't delay checkmating the guy, then you're gonna win every single game. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to my profile, and you can see that my rating has been going up and up and up just because I've been doing this one thing. And no, it's not using a phone or anything like that during the game because that would be illegal. However, I want to tell you about it's been increasing everywhere except for here. Okay, let me tell you about what happened. So, between this section, I started getting into a little bit of a funk. Every morning I've been working out. I've been getting that guap. But my chess play had been starting to deteriorate. And I couldn't find out why. Now, I had signed up for this tournament called Quads. So I go to this chess club, and at this chess club we play 4 people play in one section under 2200, and we all compete against each other every Thursday, 1 game per week. So the first game, I ended up drawing someone I didn't know, so whatever. But that didn't matter. What mattered was the moves on the board, and I played soft. I definitely didn't play, and I didn't know why I lost that game at the moment. So instead of quitting and saying, because look, during this funk, I asked myself, like, do I really want to keep playing chess? Do I want to just stop here at 22:15 and just say, hey, I'm a lead chess expert? But I know deep down inside it, that's not what I wanted. So come Thursday, I play in the game and I lose the game, and lots of people in that situation will be like, oh my gosh, I'm losing everything. I might as well just quit chess and just focus on making money. But not me, because I just knew deep down inside that wasn't the right thing. And I looked at the game, and then I realized, wow, I was not controlling the center. And this isn't just a simple, oh, move your pieces to the center sort of thing. Okay, so now I'm going to move over and let Marcy take over. Marcy's my chessboard. And let me show you exactly what I didn't do right. So I played d4, and many of my students ask me, oh, why do you show us e4 every game, but you play d4 in this tournament? Okay, there was once upon a time where I said that d4 was the worst move you could ever play in a game, even worse than 1f3. A master at the time overheard me saying that at the chess club, and he challenged me to a game, and he played d4, and ironically I beat him still, even though he played d4. But actually d4 has its merits. If you're in a long time control, which I was, 60 minutes per side, then you can play d4 and you get better positions out of d4. But if you're in a shorter game, then obviously e4 is the way to go. And plus, after e4, you have the Sicilian, where your opponent might be more versed in theory, and they might know exactly what lines to play. So I want to avoid all that, and I just want to play my d4, put a knight on e5 at some point, develop the bishop to g5, c4, right? But my opponent played d6. And at the game, I'm like, okay, I've never seen this before. What am I going to do now? Do I just play regular? Do I play the Queen's Gambit or something? Queen's Gambit, that's impossible at this point. But I think that I definitely overcomplicated things. Whenever you have 2 pawns in the middle, you have a secured advantage, no matter what it is. Okay, just these 2 pawns right there, you have a secured advantage. But in the game, I was soft. This is what a hard player would play. They would play this, and they would challenge their opponent. So after something like knight f6, knight c3, g6, you can play the 3 pawns attack, which is what Bobby Fischer played, for f4. And bishop g7, knight f3, you got the pawn storm coming, and it's coming. And I lost the chance to play out during the game after knight f3. And I went soft, even though I'm preventing e5. Like, I'm still going too soft here. And he played knight f6, and I simply didn't get the center that I wanted. I didn't control the center enough. Now he's controlling the center, and he ended up getting a decent game. Turns out that he was playing some sort of the King's Indian attack, or the defense, the King's Indian defense. So, yeah, after d4, d6, just e4. And after e5, knight f3. But not d takes e5, d takes e5, queen takes d8, king takes d8. He can't castle, but at the same time, he can't be attacked. So, as Petrosian showed, this is actually good for black. And I've played this position as white, and I actually have never won a game. Seriously, I've never won a game when I get this position as white. Because everything's equal. They have the bishops. Everything's too equal right here. The only difference is you can't castle, but that's irrelevant because black plays c6 and king c7. It's not good. So, knight f3 is the best way to go. And then you can see that the pawn center e4 is much stronger than the one at d6, and if he wants to play d5, he has to spend another tempo moving the same pawn, so you're definitely at an advantage. So, yeah, I went soft. I played knight f3. And once I realized that, by the way, thank you, Mars. Excuse me. Once I realized that, is when my rating shot up, because look, this is the day that I played the quads. Okay, let me show you the screen. This is the day that I played the quads. Right here. And that next day, I'm like, okay, I just gotta start controlling the center. And so I went from 2215 to 2293 in 2 days, because I'm like, there's no way I'm never gonna control the center ever again. And because I've done that, my chess has improved a lot. So make sure to always put 2 pawns in the middle. First e4 or d4, and then put the other center pawn in the middle, and that's it. You got a good game. And those positions are hard to lose. I mean, seriously, like, look, I've only had 1 loss, and I don't even know how I lost that game. Let's see. Oh, I remember. So this is the game that I lost. So the only reason why you'll lose a game if you're controlling the center is because of tactics or of technique. So maybe your opponent has better endgame technique. So that's the reason why I lost this game. So I'll show you right now, right here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So we have the game, and e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. I'm controlling the center. You know, I'm just playing the regular old Rui Lopez. Everything looks good. Like, black's doing his thing. He's controlling the center in every way possible. Okay? I'll skip to the good part. Let's see. Right now I'm basically counterattacking. Black has a very strong position here. Okay, so this is where I start to go haywire. Black is obviously better, but I need to stop this pawn from passing, okay? Another reason why people lose is because they allow passed pawns, and you simply cannot allow a passed pawn to promote. I thought that my pawn was going to be faster because someone said that black passed pawns go faster than whites. I don't think that's true anymore. But this pawn has to be stopped, so what could be played? Well, I don't want to give up this open file, and you know, I was thinking about putting the rook here and then rook there, but he's got a bishop c3. But actually, yeah, well, I do have that fork, but in this position, I definitely want to block it and keep it as simple as possible with knight b5 and rook to b8. I'm simply winning here, and there's nothing much that you can do. And maybe bishop f8. I defend the back rank. I'm defending everything. There's no way I should lose this. And look, the knight b5 blocks the pawn, blocking the bishop, and that supports everything. Everything's well defended. Let's see what the best move is. It likes knight b5 the best. And then f5 or f6 to create some space for the king so that the king can venture here, replace the knight, and move on with the game. So I'm still disappointed that I lost that one blitz game, but the other ones, you know, I've done well on my technique. I've made sure not to lose the tactics. Like here, I actually won because of a tactic. So you can see the discovered attack. But all of this will be possible if you control the center. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like by clicking the thumbs up. Also subscribe for more content similar to this, and I'll see you on the next one.